Hello and welcome back to, you know, you can see it. Alright, so last we left, we were on the orbital tram, we're on the train. We're about to check this case. It looks like this must be the black ark mentioned on the card. Our phantom thief appears to have taken no pains to hide it. Isn't it kind of weird that the driver didn't notice it? Maybe Phantom Thief B left it here not too long ago. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Inside the black case rested a tiara embedded with dazzling carnelians. Yep. So, this is the storied crimson tiara. It has such a fiery glow. Wow, so this thing's worth 100 million mira, huh? I'm almost afraid to handle it. Yeah, we gotta be real careful about getting this back to the jeweler's safety.
So the tiara really was in there, huh? Now I'm wondering if the last passenger who stepped off the tram was Phantom Thief B himself. I don't remember there being any unusual passengers on board, though.
Ah.
I see. So you have no idea who Phantom Thief B could have been then?
To have done so much and yet left no trace of his presence. He must truly be a master of covering his tracks.
I'll say. But hey, at least we were able to get the tiara back. I suppose that's good enough.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Rean?
Why are you staring at me like that?
I think it's time we put an end to this little charade. Don't you, Baron Blue Blanc? Or should I call you Phantom Thief B?
I will say, though, like, kudos to Rean for putting it together. Obviously, as the player, you look at him.
What?
Yeah.
This savory taste is why the unripe fruit is the most delectable of all.
Wait, aren't you the Baron we met earlier? But that mask...
That's the mask of Phantom Thief B.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, otherwise known simply as Phantom Thief B. Baron Blue Blanc is but one of the many roles I have assumed during my pursuits. Incidentally, might I ask when you first discovered my true identity?
It didn't really take much discovering. You went out of your way to show up in the Crystal Garden after all. Maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe you were seriously trying to hide your identity to begin with. Your disguises, nothing short of perfect, I have to admit. But with all the work you've put into this, I suspected you might come check on us near the end of your little game.
Ooh.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning. Simply splendid.
Cool.
But why would you do something like this? Why go to all the trouble?
Yeah, why?
Ah, does that interest you? Must there be a motive?
Nah. Now that we know your identity, there's nothing more to discuss.
Theft is a crime.
Indeed, a crime we will not allow to go unpunished.
Ah, what spirited youths you are!
Whoa.
What? How did he do that?
Just a little trick I like to keep up my sleeve.
This music is very loud.
Regardless, you have provided me with plenty of sport and more than enough entertainment for one day.
Yeah.
I will be watching your future achievements with keen interest. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, I bid you adieu.
And he's gone.
He disappeared again.
Nobody saw that.
That's quite a little trick.
You might still be nearby. Let's search the area.
But try as they might, they found no trace of him. Reporting the details of the incident at City Hall, they trekked back to the jewelers to return their tiara. Hey! Quest complete, though! I can't believe you were able to recover the tiara safely. How can I ever thank you? I almost got the impression we're the reason you stole it in the first place. Maybe we should apologize to you. Oh no, not at all. Phantom Thief B's conquests have always seemed rather capricious. I imagine he just decided to use all of you as a convenient excuse for his latest escapade. Given how fixated on this you seem, I don't think that's at all likely. Well, better not say anything. Indeed, the last thing we want is to cause more confusion here. I'm afraid I can't offer you much, but please take this as a token of my thanks. This is a lot of Sepith. Are you sure it's alright to give us this much? It almost feels like it's more than we deserve. Well, this is a jewelry boutique. After all, we have more Sepith lying around than we know what to do with. That does make sense. Thank you very much. Hey. Word up. I know you can't, but it would be really cool if you could buy that tiara. That'd be a lot of leveling. Well, that was quite exhausting. Phantom Thief B was even more an unexpected fellow than I had expected. What? I must have read that wrong. Annoying to think his smug face was watching us the whole time. Yeah, though his name is pretty well known around here. He was plainly suspicious even when we first met him, but I didn't expect he'd prove this much of a troublemaker. Something wrong, Reed? I was just thinking, he must be incredibly skilled. He disguised himself so well that he was virtually unrecognizable, not to mention all the other things he did. But this from martial arts we were talking about, he'd definitely be at master level. I can't disagree. True. But why would someone like that try to mess with us? He specifically asked for Group A, too. I can't imagine why. Hold on. Is it my father again? This Class 7 Group A, Reed Schwarzer speaking. Hello, hello. Sounds like you've been keeping yourselves busy. Instructor Sarah? Yay, I was right. Ooh, got it in one. Let's guess, don't tell me. Is it your smoldering love for your tragically beautiful teacher? I have, many feelings about you, but love would be stretching it. Anyway, you don't usually call us while we're out on the field study. Something wrong? Actually, there's somewhere I'd like Group A to go. When you finished up what you have to do for your field study, I'd like you to head over to the Sink District. Okay, let's see. That's where Heimdall Cathedral and the embassies are, right? I think Elise Academy is somewhere around there too. Yeah, that's the place. I want all of you to assemble outside St. Estralla's Girls' School at 5 o'clock. Group B will be there too. What? Just what? Don't worry, I've already informed the governor about this, so go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Anyways, have fun. Toodles! Hey, hold on! Oh. What's wrong now? It sounded as though the instructor is being her usual irresponsible self again. That is very much true. I don't know what she's thinking. Oh, I know where that is. Girls Academy for Nobles. Isn't that the one your sister attends? I have a few acquaintances who attend there myself. But I can't imagine why she'd have us all meet there. Girls Academy, huh? I'm kind of curious. I guess you would be. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's for girls only. That's a big deal. I'm sure she has her reasons. Weird ones, probably. It's on this evening. We should finish up here and start heading over. The best way we can get over to St. Arc is by train, right? It doesn't matter where we catch the tram from. It'll pass through there. Alright, cool. That's been less communication. That's gonna bug me, but I'll just have to leave it till I get back to Trista. I will say this though, if for whatever reason it doesn't work, you know, end this playthrough, I will maybe put up a video of like. Anyway, never mind. I don't have time to do anything else once we arrive at Sinnoh. Should we get going? Yep. Let's do it. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Need to do, at least. Sorry. I have a habit of singing. Alright, so where we going, boys? We hopped on the tram, now it's time to make our way around. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
They were wearing the same uniform as Reen's sister.
Yep.
Yeah, they must go to St. Estrella too.
So, the famous St. Estrella Girls' School is around here, huh?
You literally just said you know where it is!
It's supposed to be a combined middle and high school exclusively for the young ladies of the nobility.
Yeah, this is one part of the capital that the masses have no reason to visit. Although, I can at least support the school's commitment to fostering chastity and rejecting materialism.
You seem to know an awful lot about a fancy girls' school.
No, I don't. This is all just common knowledge.
Anyway, let's go and wait by the front gate.
He doesn't want to seem suspicious.
Yeah, those were the instructor's orders.
I'm feeling kind of nervous, actually.
Why
Why?
would you?
Explain, Elliot. Of course, I know the
To
reason.
men, this academy must seem clad in the mysterious, impenetrable aura of feminine nobility.
I mean, yeah, guys aren't typically allowed there, so of course it makes sense to feel nervous. And, as Laura pointed out, they're all nobles. So,
I was
kinda makes
wondering.
sense.
Did you not want to come here, Laura?
My father did recommend it to me, but they offered no classes in the martial arts. That alone was reason enough to look elsewhere.
Word.
I can totally understand that.
Though I get the feeling Laura would cause a real uproar if she went to a school for genteel young ladies.
Yeah, I can picture the chaos now.
Oh? I have a number of acquaintances who attend there, and from all I hear, it does seem to be a wonderful school. I've heard that even Princess Alphen herself is a student there.
I've heard that too.
Princess who?
You've seriously never heard of her? I know you're not from Erebonia, but still.
She's not? Wait. Where is she from again? I know she was a Jaeger. Northumbria, maybe? She has to be from Northumbria because she met Sarah there.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of Erebonians didn't know who she is.
Princess Alphen is the daughter of our reigning emperor, His Majesty Emperor Eugent. She's supposed to be as sweet as an angel and popular with everyone.
Is that so?
Actually, I believe she's the same age as Fee. I've had the opportunity to meet her once before. She truly is as charming as the rumors suggest.
I figured as much. I've seen photographs of her plenty of times in magazines, though I've never had the opportunity to meet her.
It sounds like she's in the same school year as Elise, come to think of it. She has a twin brother too, Prince Cedric. He's the crown prince of Erebonia.
Oh, right. I think I've seen a picture of the prince in a magazine before. Dark blonde hair, like Eustace's brother, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Prince Oliver. He's Cedric and Alphen's older brother.
Why isn't he the crown prince then?
I've heard the reason is that his mother was a commoner.
Ah.
It seems like a stupid reason to deny him the right of succession, but that's how nobles do things.
I feel like I've been hearing his name a lot lately. He made a big splash when he came back from Liberl aboard that airship. You know the one, right?
Hey!
Ah, you must be referring to his return aboard the Arcel. after the crisis in Laboral was put to rest.
I can't wait to play Trails in the Sky, because then I get this.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It really made a big impact.
Like, everything is connected.
I'd never seen an airship that looked so white and elegant before.
I believe my father went to welcome the prince back in his capacity as Imperial Governor, too. And yeah, now that you mention it, that does seem to be when I started hearing his name around a lot more.
Makes sense.
Oh, you're all here already.
Ugh.
Huh? You made it.
It's good to see you all again.
You're a bunch of early birds, aren't you?
Well, we just about finished up everything we had to do when we got the call to meet here.
I wonder what Group B's tasks are.
Were you able to finish up everything on your end, too?
As if we'd leave any loose ends. If not for our unfamiliarity with the city, we would have been finished this morning. Every time.
Looks like getting these two to kiss and make up will be an uphill battle.
Well, some say that when someone gets under your skin, it means you really care about what they think.
Wait, did you two?
I figured the girls would be the first to notice.
Of course. I apologize for any worry I've caused you.
Ah, no harm done.
We're fine now.
No one was gravely injured this time like Reen was in the first one. Of course, he wasn't like near dead or anything, but he got injured.
Really? That's great! It sure is. Maybe after this field study is over, we can get together and spend the night talking in one of our rooms. Sounds good.
The thought of a Class 7 pajama party makes me a little embarrassed.
So there's 4 girls and 5 guys.
That's girls for you.
Girls and sleepovers go together like jam and toast, huh?
Apparently. Dome.
That must be Heimdall Cathedral's bell.
It has a solemn, stately sound, wouldn't you say? It sounds so different from how it does in the Ost District. Though that makes sense considering the distance.
That bell ringing must mean it's 5 o'clock, which means it's almost the time we were supposed to meet here.
Hey, you rang more than 5 times.
Reen?
Elise, what are you doing here? Wait, I guess this is your school, so where else would you be?
Yes.
That's exactly right.
I see all of your classmates are with you too.
Yep.
It's only been a week since we saw you, hasn't it?
Wow, really?
Well, we were told to meet here.
Wait a minute. Are you the ones? The 9 guests I was told to expect at 5 o'clock sharp?
Well, there are 9 of us in Class 7. Wait, what?
Then that would mean...
Does anyone else notice Arena's the only one wearing a glove? Like, why? Why specifically?
You're the one we were told wanted us to come here? Actually, I suspect that would be a friend of mine. Why does she always have to be such a mischief maker? I swear. She could have at least given me a little warning that you were coming.
Elise?
Oh, never mind. Elisa's got a glove too.
Anyway, where are my manners? Welcome to St. Estrella Girls' School.
Manners? What are those? You don't have those.
I hope you'll enjoy your
I'm
visit.
joking.
Right this way.
Yay! Story stuff. Hopefully it's all voice acted so I don't have to talk. Other than commentary. Boys! I don't think I've seen that uniform here before. Oh, jeez! They're from Thor's. My little brother started over there when he was younger. Is that the military academy Uncle Dragos founded? Oh, is that Lady Laura? She always looks so gallant. Oh, do you think she's transferring here? Isn't that blonde boy Eustace? Do you think that boy's a foreigner? He's so tall. Oh, the redhead is so cute. That Sobeha girl looks like she needs a hug. One girl seems so cultured. Which family do you think she's from? The girl with the glasses isn't a main figure if I had curves like that. Okay. Ugh, I can feel their stares boring holes into my head. Pay them no mind. We certainly seem to be the stars of the show today. And Laura's as popular as ever. I can't say that being admired doesn't feel nice, but please don't be too hard on them. We don't have any opportunities to meet people out from outside the school. You think the boy in the front is a commoner? I'm not sure, but either way, he looks so handsome. How do you think they know Elise? Actually, you're right. This is kind of uncomfortable. Are they all the same age as you, Elise? I don't know, and I don't care. Rosen Garden.
What's in here?
It looks like an indoor garden. This is the Academy's Rose Garden. The person who called you here is waiting inside. Who did call us here anyway?
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social standing.
Your Highness, I brought the guests. Thank you. Please show them in.
Oh,
No way.
Hey, Elise, is that...
You don't need to ask when you already know. Now, if you'll follow me.
Nope.
I knew it.
Would have guessed.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. My name is Alphen. Alphen Rice Arner.
Bum bum.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Come on, Elise, cheer up. I'm sorry, all right?
You did the way you
I
should
was only
be.
trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to discuss with everyone? Please, go right ahead. Well, that aside, it's been a long time since I last saw both of you, Eustace and Laura. I'm glad to see you're both well.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you. I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in Saint Estrella too.
Well,
But it seems you chose to attend Thor's after all.
Well, I've committed myself to following the way of the sword, and Thor's gives me a place to hone my skills. I apologize for not being able to live up to your expectations.
First I lost Angelica to Thor's, then you too. Perhaps I should just transfer there next year myself. Your Highness. Got you to look. But I...
Well, she seems lively.
she seems far more easygoing than I was expecting.
I've heard plenty about her, but none of that prepared me for meeting her in person.
So, this is what it's like to be in the presence of royalty. It's actually rather overwhelming.
I can see why people always compare her to an angel.
Me too.
like everybody got a word in.
Please don't worry about me. Well, I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility. I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the Academy.
Well, she does seem to have at least one wonderful friend. Kind of an understatement when that friend happens to be Princess Elphin.
Yeah.
I'm particularly happy to finally be able to meet you, Reen Schwarzer. Elise has told me so much about you. Your Highness?
I'm honored that you'd say so. Elise always mentions in her letters what a great friend she has. As her brother, I wanted to thank you for that.
Rain. Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are. Perhaps even more so.
Ah.
Actually, I have a teensy-weensy favor to ask.
Oh, is that right?
Do you think I could join Elise in thinking of you as my dear brother as well?
What?
Your Highness! You see, Elise has spoken of you so often that in my heart, you've already come to feel like family.
I'm not sure that's how that. What? I mean, you could feel like someone's family if you spend enough time with them. I don't know, just about hearing about somebody, but hey.
And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you, I fear I simply can't suppress these feelings any longer. I have 2 brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
I couldn't possibly. I mean...
That's enough, Your Highness. Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little. Anyway, that aside, the reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet you. Why? It's not like we're famous.
Who do you mean?
Yeah, dude.
Hey, isn't that...
A guitar? No, a lute?
Oh, it seems he's arrived.
You would know Elliot.
Well, I apologize for keeping you waiting.
Yes! One of the best characters!
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And you as well, young lady. Well, I trust everyone here has been making themselves comfortable.
It's like among the
Who's this
top
guy?
5.
I'm not sure, though I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
I serve as a music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that elusive mayfly we call love. But that might raise eyebrows at a girls' school. But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this untainted cloister of dew-eyed maidens? Ah, the romance.
Could he be?
I really like this guy.
I think that's quite enough. Any more of that and our guests may start edging toward the exit.
Ah, I can always count on you to never miss a beat, my dear sister.
Oh, wait. So this is... Wow.
Indeed.
Prince Oliver, let's go!
'Tis I, Olivert Rice Arnold, also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the Debaucherous Prince. I also serve as Thor's Military Academy's ornamental chairman of the board. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Yeah, dude. I really like this guy. One of my favorite characters. Not my favorite, but he's up there. I'd probably put him at probably in the top 5 or close to it. Someday I'll have to sit down and actually make a list. And now we're back to me speaking, I think. That's a big table. Look at that. Oh, jeez.
I have to admit,
Oh,
I was surprised
okay.
to learn that you're the chairman of the board of directors, Your Highness.
Yeah.
I'd heard that the chairman was a member of the Imperial family, but still.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Who would expect the infamous prodigal son to chair a committee at a prestigious academy like Thor's? I suppose it's not surprising they'd rather keep it hushed up, though. It wouldn't exactly be great for the school's image.
That's surprisingly forthright coming from you. Is it really true, though? I mean, that you were the one responsible for establishing Class 7, Your Highness?
Wow.
Indeed, I was. You see, it's always been a tradition that a member of the Imperial family serves as chairman of the board. At first, I wore the title in name only, but I had a change of heart after my vacation in the Burl 2 years ago.
You were in Liberl back then?
So that was 2 years before now. I gotcha.
That would put your visit during the incident that occurred there, correct?
Right. All I've done since I returned to Erebonia has been inspired by my experience during the crisis in Liberl. As a result, fruitless though they may prove to be, I've set a number of plans in motion. One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Winds of change, huh?
I
Yeah.
can only assume you're referring to our class.
Oh, my back. Sorry about that.
And the one who decided to throw both commoners and nobles into the same class was...
Marcus gets up and just punches him.
Yes, the idea was mine. Although the selected students also had to have a high aptitude with the Arcus units too.
I think I'm finally starting to understand the reasoning behind Class 7, and why we're being sent all over Erebonia on these field studies.
To show us firsthand and give us cause to consider the conflict between the two factions. That is the purpose behind our field studies. Is it not, Your Highness?
That is one of the reasons, yes.
One of them.
However, my foremost intention was to show you that during your lives, you will encounter many obstacles and conflicts. Not
Yep.
just between factions, but between the capital and the provinces, tradition and technology, even between nations. In these turbulent times, I thought that
Yep.
this would provide the hands-on education today's promising youths need. We need up-and-comers who can think and act independently to face tomorrow's challenges head-on.
That's actually a pretty genius idea when you think about it, though.
That makes sense.
I do like that this game does kind of make you dive into the politics of the world. And you learn about both factions.
Wow, that's quite a plan.
I can't help but feel a little unsure whether we can live up to such high expectations.
Oh, you're fine, Elliot.
Hearing your explanation has, at the very least, cleared up many of the doubts I've had up to this point.
Class 7 does seem like an ideal environment to expand one's outlook on life.
Dude, I'd be a member. If I knew how to
I
fight.
feel like going through everything we have so far has brought us closer to doing exactly that.
It's like someone asked, would you be a member of Kora Sensei's Classroom Assassination Classroom? Absolutely. That dude teaches not only how to be a good assassin, but how to, like, succeed at life.
Yep.
Like, he fosters everybody's talents.
Marvelous. I'm so pleased to hear it. Just listening to you makes me feel even more certain that establishing Class 7 was the right decision. Especially since while the idea itself was mine, I have no real say in how the classes run day to day. Even so, I still hope to meet all of you at least once, if only to tell you all this. And that was when Alphen stepped in and offered to set up this little meeting.
I see.
Makes sense.
Well, I could hardly refuse such a sincere request from my brother. But it also presented me a fine chance to finally meet Elise's beloved brother, as I've always wanted to. Your Highness!
Thank you for taking the time to tell us all of this, Your Highness. I feel like now that I know, I want to live up to the promise you saw in Class 7.
Yeah.
Thing is, am I right in assuming that Class 7 doesn't exist just to fulfill your progressive ideal?
What do you...
Oh?
The board has its chairman, of course, but 3 directors besides. My older brother Rufus, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, and Irina Reinford of the Reinford Group.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it,
They do seem to have certain expectations for us.
Yep.
Precisely. As I mentioned, I no longer have anything to do with how Class 7 is run. That authority lies with the directors. As you're keenly aware, Rufus and Governor Regnitz sit on opposite sides of the faction of Divine.
But they're both cool people.
And while Chairman Irina is mostly involved with Class 7's technology, like the Arcus, her intentions are a mystery to me. And it's those 3 who decide where you'll travel for your field studies.
Is that right?
When you put it that way, it does make it seem like some kind of bargaining is taking place behind the scenes.
Yep. It also makes sense as to why you went to those specific areas you did, at least 3 of them. Or 2 of them, at this point.
It was one of the conditions they gave in exchange for allowing Class 7 to be established. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
Push back the darkness. Easy peasy.
Well, I suppose when I put it that way, it sounds positively heroic. But that's just me. Don't feel too pressured by it. Your students, first and foremost. Reach out. Grab that fragrant rose of school life.
Yeah.
Join a club. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. Fall in love. We live but once. Make your youth count.
That's a very specific. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. I mean, there is something to be said about just chilling with a friend, just eating a cup of ramen, watching TV or something like that. Or playing a game or just chatting. So.
You know, it's weird, but hearing you say that kind of takes a load off my mind.
By the way, just earlier you said that we believed the Class 7 would be a great light. Is there someone else involved with Thor's who shares your vision for our class, Your Highness?
There is. Principal
Van Dyke.
Yeah, I once attended Thor's myself and studied under him. He gave my proposal to establish Class 7 his full backing.
I see.
He's been particularly considerate toward us ever since we arrived at the Academy.
Yup.
While he has no direct control over the running of the Academy, he does preside over the board meetings. And above all, he's the one who assembled an excellent team to give you first-rate training.
An excellent team, you say?
Are you referring to Instructor Sarah?
Well, she's certainly one of them. Still, coaxing her away from her former line of work certainly played a large part in giving Class 7 a great foundation. She is, after all, one of the strongest people in the Empire, and her experience makes her a natural field leader.
Wait, what? Instructor Sarah? One of the strongest people in Erebonia?
A rank A bracer.
Exactly what experience might you be referring to?
Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that.
I've even heard rumors of her daring exploits myself. She was known as the Purple Lightning. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Wait. Purple Lightning?
I knew it.
If you two have heard of it, it must be a household name among martial arts.
That's right. Though I've just heard it in passing.
Sorry, Gaius.
Ah, that young ace of the Erebonian Bracer Guild, and one of the Empire's most famous bracers. She has a history full of brave feats and dangerous deeds. She was even the youngest bracer to achieve A-rank status.
Sorry, I spoiled that.
Back then, she was known as the Purple Lightning. Now, you know her simply as your homeroom teacher.
Wow. Yes, I would. Thank you. Thanks for seeing us out. Never would have guessed you were friends with Princess Alphen of all people. I wish I knew how much of what she said was genuine. Hey, Elise. Thank you for taking the time to come here today. Take care on your way back to your lodgings. We will, thank you. Thanks for showing us around. Hey, good night. Good night, everyone. Wait. Don't worry. I can kind of understand where she's coming from. Can you? I doubt anyone would have guessed that Her Highness would extend such a bold invitation to you. I'm not sure how that's my fault. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Rena, I have a small favor I'd like to ask of you. Of me? Of me? Your Highness? Oh, you're going to ask him? But of course. You see, tomorrow I'll be attending a garden party sponsored by the local government for the start of the festival. Or rather, Marquis's father invited me to attend. Yes, I seem to recall hearing that myself. That's the one at the Crystal Garden in Mater Park, right? Indeed. Anyway, let's not waltz around the matter. I was rather hoping you would join me as my dance partner, Reen. Huh? Quoi? Does that mean... Do you think Her Highness knows the old saying, a dance today, a wedding tomorrow? Not sure that's fully in the realm of the tabloid speculation. Still, there's no denying that many will interpret it that way. Whoa, hold on a minute. I don't think I can. I mean, it will be an honor, but it's like too great of an honor for someone like me. No, not at all. Your father may be a bear, but the Sforgers have long had deep ties with the Imperial family. I apologize if this come across as rude, but inviting you would likely create less opposition than if I were to invite Eustace. I see. Well, I can't deny that. You needn't apologize. I found your choice rather fascinating, actually. Eustace, you're not helping. Anyway, I don't think I'm really the man you want. Sometimes I can barely keep from tripping over my own feet. Is that so? Lynx once told me that she asked you to help her practice the finer points of ballroom dancing. In fact, she says you're an excellent dancer. That you step lightly and very gracefully. Is that not true, Rean? Well... It was rude of me to trouble you with a petition like this on such short notice. And besides, I don't suppose you would have much interest dancing with a little girl like me. No. That's not what I mean, Your Highness. That's my sister, alright? She really knows how to twist the knife. Your Highness, please. You too, Prince Oliver. Hey! Like him adding fuel to the fire makes this so much better. Looks like they're having fun. I had no idea the Imperial family was such a lively and cheerful bunch. I get the feeling they aren't all like this. I see. Now, how could it not have crossed my mind? Perhaps the truth is you already have your heart set on someone else. Or is there someone you're already courting? Wow. Do you? I'm positively dying to know which maiden has conquered the battlefield of your heart. Wait, I mean... Next time we're gonna get out of this one. I'm not sure how to turn her down gently. Very well, I shall relent this time. Huh? However, next year I'll be 16, just like your sister. That's when I'll be making my debut in the high society, so I'll be very happy if you give my invitation some thought. Well, aren't you the lucky one? Your Highness really seems to have taken a liking to you. You really ought to have accepted her invitation. It might have led to something truly unexpected in the future. Nah, I doubt it. Just seems like she took an interest in me because I'm her friend's brother. She doesn't seem all that serious about it, so I figured she was just trying to tease the two of us. Can't deny it seemed that way. But I got the impression that wasn't all that was going on there. You weren't the only one feeling nervous the whole time. Prince Oliver was an even more unusual person than I had heard. No doubt about that. He seemed entertaining to be around, that he did. To think that he's the one who made Class 7 possible. I can't really do a lot of range of voices right now. He seemed easygoing, but hearing him talk about our class made what we're doing feel even more important. And besides, he gave us plenty of other useful info. That's including the fact that the board of directors seem to have their own agenda for us. I had no idea what they're planning, but their motives seem suspicious. Hearing about the instructor's background kind of threw me for a loop too. I wouldn't have imagined she used to be a bracer. Maybe because you don't really see them around much anymore to begin with. A rank is more or less the highest you can be too. I assume you already knew about her history, Fee. Yep, the guild is every Jaeger Corps' main competition after all. Probably even run into a few times during operations. Really? Unbelievable. I'd almost forgotten about those good old days. Instructor! How long have you been there? So, looks like you finally found out about my work history, huh? I guess that kind of tarnishes my ravishing adult charm a bit then. I hate to break it to you, but you didn't have any to begin with. Shh. Did you hear an old maid sighing? What was that? Good evening, everyone. Captain Claire? That's quite the unusual combination. True. Let me be the first to show you that this wasn't my idea, but the governor has asked me to tell you that tomorrow's field study is being put on hold. What? Instead, you get the exciting opportunity to help this lady and her goons with their evil schemes. Huh? What evil schemes? Sarah, could you maybe not try to put them off entirely before I've even had a chance to explain? There's a matter I'd like you to help with. I've discussed this with the governor, and he's decided that this will be the best way to handle the issue. Okay. You're gonna have to die. What? I'll explain everything to you at the command post in Heimdall Central Station. Okay. Got 15 minutes left, just about. Terrorist? Indeed, I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, and nor do we even know the names of the group's members, its size, or its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has established a name for itself. That's a lot of unknowns. Would I be incorrect in assuming the man we met in the North Highlands who was trying to start a war is a member? Oh, Gideon. So he's one of them. He said his name was Gideon, or G, or something like that. So that's what the man you encountered in the Highlands was up to. He does sound like the terrorist type. And you think he and his group are going to try something tomorrow on the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under that assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. It's been a month since the incident in Nord. If they intend to make their move soon, tomorrow's a likely time. I'd have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight, after all. Considering how easily Gideon gave you his name, I'm betting we'll start to see them acting more openly soon. First you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret. Then you reveal yourself with a bang and keep going in quick succession. That's the typical terrorist MO. I see. And you want us to assist with countermeasures against them? Right, the RMP will join forces with the Heimdall military police to bolster the capital's security. Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there will be no holes in security. That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force. Bah, it should be nice if the guild was still active here. They would have come in mighty handy right about now. Yes, I don't disagree. Sarah, you do know that the RMP had no involvement with the guild's patrol for the capital, right? Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours could hardly make their opposition to the guild more obvious if they tried. Well, these two really seem to have a messy history between them. It sure looks that way, especially where the guild is concerned. Although it sounds like your brother has been keeping busy in Crossbow recently. So, what's it gonna be? Whether you choose this as your field study task for tomorrow is totally up to you. If you decline, there'll be plenty of tasks the government needs taken care of. I like you've been doing these past 2 days. The summer festival is a busy time, after all. Lots of little details that need to be squared away. I think we speak for Group A when I say we'll be glad to join with the anti-terrorist countermeasures. Group B feels the same. Alright then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now let's move right along to confirming the patrol routes you'll be following. Okay. It's cat. I am a cat and I like it like that. Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until a year and a half ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week. Really? I wouldn't be surprised if I'd seen you around here before then. Well, I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works as a piano teacher? Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at the guild. I guess she was talking about their instructor. Still an instructor. What does it cost the guild to withdraw from the capital? I've been wondering that for a while now myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erebonia, right? Well, yeah. The direct cause of the guild branches all over the country are being blown up. But I'm sure you know that. Oh, being blown up. Oh. The culprits were a Jaeger Corps hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with at the time. Well, still is, anyways. Thanks to a dependable ally, we were able to defeat the Jaegers, but by then, the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authority in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually, the branches started closing one by one, with no real prospects of ever reopening. Instructor. Don't worry, your dad might be the city governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of his, however, was very involved. You're talking about Chancellor Gileath Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume. Yep, him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division. It's kind of like a sister organization to the Railway Military Police. Anyway, after that I was out of a job. That's when Principal Van Dyke came and offered me a position at the academy. Started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that, I wound up being chosen as your class's homeroom teacher. I still help out with the guild from time to time, though. That's how I end up bringing in our Jaeger princess here. Aw, knock it off. So that's what happened. You mentioned a Jaeger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name? Oh, it wasn't the same group Fee used to run with. They were called Jester, not a particularly high-ranking outfit. I see. Worried about me? Well, I did suspect that it was likely a different corps. From the sound of it, the Jaeger Corps Fee belongs to was a pretty large one. Oh, definitely. She was with Zephyr. Their leader wasn't this indigenous guy known as the Jaeger King. You name a combat specialty, Zephyr had it covered. They were the only corps on par with the Red Constellation, which had its roots in the Berserkers of the Middle Ages. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time bracer. Look who's talking. You caused us plenty of trouble yourself. It's hard to believe this all happened to people we actually know. Yeah, that's fair. Sounds like more of a sorting out of some novel. The terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jaeger Corps. I figured that was the case. Generally, Jaegers are interested in two things, money and fighting. The Gideon guy you encountered in Nord doesn't seem to fit that description. A deep-seated grudge, huh? I wonder... Well, it's hard to say anything for sure. I've never met him myself. He did seem particularly tenacious. He was definitely that, which means we're really going to have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow. Your involvement is just a precautionary step, but if you're going to help, give it your best, I'd say. Seems like your teamwork is smoother than ever, so that all the better. It's late, so get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash in one of the empty rooms upstairs. Toodles! The instructor never changes, does she? You sure? She seemed more talkative than usual. Feels like she's pushing herself. Now that you mention it, she can seem far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in her old workplace? You might be right. So I guess we're not really in a position to be worrying about her. Just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly. Agreed. Alright, the sooner we get the report written, the sooner we get some sleep. Alright.
Drinks are on me, someday.
Someday. Uh-oh.
The time is finally at hand. At last, the hammer of judgment shall rouse this indolent capital from its slumber.
Yeah!
Comrade G, all of the necessary preparations are complete.
But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you.
Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
There's nothing to fear. As long as I have this flute, not even the railway military police stand a chance of stopping us. Tomorrow, the people of this land will at last know our name. My dear comrades, I shall be counting on you all.
Nice.
Yeah!
I like it. A little bit of teasing. Alright, hurry up, I need to save. Let me save! I know, just... Alright, I'm gonna go check on Group B before heading. Just give me a call on your arc if anything. Okay. Do you instructor leave it to us? Still, I was expecting Casper to report on contact. Yeah, I agree with the police. Not exactly that about working with them, but looks can get pretty serious. Anyway, I'll see you later. Tell Fiona thanks for the breakfast. Sure thing. Alright, we should get moving too. We got our designated areas, so we'll patrol one by one. Keep an eye out for things suspicious. Let's be off then. Ja. The more reason we need to stay extra vigilant. Alright. Sorry, I hate to rush through that, but... Alright, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of Trails of Cold Steel 1. Peace.